Imagine this. You wake up on your 100th birthday. The room is filled with laughter, familiar faces, warm hands holding yours. Your mind is steady, your body still moves with confidence, and the world feels just as vibrant as it did decades ago. It sounds like a dream, but thousands of people live this reality every year. And what's even more surprising, many of them live longer not because of what they add to their routine, but because of what they stop doing. Most seniors believe longevity comes from more vitamins, more exercise, more routines, more everything. But sometimes the real secret to a long, energized, clear-minded life is subtractive. Removing the daily habits quietly draining strength, aging the body, and clouding the mind. Today, we're digging into 7 daily habits seniors should stop after 70. Habits that science, doctors, and real-life transformations show can dramatically improve health, mood, and even lifespan. And along the way, you'll hear the stories of people like Alice and John, who once believed change was impossible, until it changed everything. Let's start with the one habit nearly every senior underestimates. Stop overloading on sugar, the hidden age accelerant. Or, most people think of sugar as a harmless pleasure. A sweet treat here, a small dessert there. But once you cross 70, sugar becomes much more than a snack. It becomes fuel for inflammation, memory decline, and accelerated aging. What many seniors don't realize is that sugar hides in foods that appear healthy. Yogurt packed with sweeteners, low-fat snacks loaded with corn syrup, pasta sauces containing more sugar than a donut. Even breakfast cereals that look wholesome can hold enough sweetness to spike blood sugar for hours. What happens next? Your body produces inflammation, subtle swelling inside your cells that slowly wears down joints, fogs your thinking, and stresses your heart. Recent studies on older adults found that high-sugar diets are directly linked to worse memory performance, faster cognitive decline, and increased fatigue. But here's what's surprising. Seniors often underestimate their sugar intake by nearly 50%, according to several nutrition surveys. Why? Because the little things add up. Coffee creamer, crackers, packaged bread, store-bought soup. The good news is you don't need to quit sweetness forever. Replacing candy with fruit, soda with water, and sugary breakfasts with whole grains can shift your energy, clarity, and mood within weeks. And once you cut back on sugar, something amazing happens. Your body wakes up. But sugar is just the first hidden habit. Next is something even more widespread, something that silently weakens hearts, muscles, and balance. Stop sitting for hours without breaks, the new silent health trap. After 70, sitting for long periods does more harm than most people realize. Doctors now call long sedentary time the new smoking, because the effects are startlingly similar. When you sit too long, blood flow slows, muscles weaken, lungs don't fully expand, and your heart works harder. Over time, mobility decreases, balance becomes unsteady, and even digestion slows. Seniors who sit for long stretches have significantly higher risks of heart disease, joint problems, and cognitive decline. But here's the surprising twist. You don't need intense workouts to reverse this. You don't need heavy weights or long gym sessions. Studies show that gentle, consistent movement, as simple as standing up every hour, can improve circulation and lower inflammation dramatically. Why? I once met a man in his mid-70s who felt exhausted every afternoon. He assumed it was just age. But all he changed was one thing. Every 30 to 60 minutes, he stood up and walked around his house for 2 minutes. After a few weeks, he felt more alert, lighter, and emotionally more positive. His doctor told him those tiny movement breaks were waking up muscles he hadn't used in years. Movement keeps the body alive, But the mind has its own quiet enemy, and many seniors don't even realize how much it controls their energy. 3. Stop carrying daily stress, the invisible weight that ages you. Stress doesn't just live in your thoughts. It shows up in your heartbeat, your breathing, your energy, and even your immune system. When stress builds, the body releases cortisol. A small amount is normal, but too much, especially daily stress, weakens the immune system, strains the heart, and affects memory. For seniors, the impact is even stronger because the body doesn't reset cortisol levels as quickly as it once did. Seniors face unique stress triggers, worrying about health, finances, family, or losing independence. These thoughts often show up early in the morning or late at night, creating a cycle that feels impossible to break. But stress isn't about being weak, it's about being human. And what matters most is how you release it. Deep breathing for 5 minutes can lower blood pressure. Writing down worries can help clear mental space. Laughing with friends reduces cortisol naturally. Even petting a dog or cat has measurable calming effect. This brings us to something powerful. Letting go is a skill. And one of the strongest examples of this is Alice, a woman whose entire life changed the moment she decided to stop carrying stress she couldn't control. Alice, at 78, once felt like her best years had passed. She loved gardening, loved old jazz, but she felt tired, frustrated, and heavy, physically and mentally. One day, she simply stopped feeding negative thoughts. She stopped replaying worries. She let herself laugh more, and slowly her energy returned. Her body felt lighter, her mind calm. Today she says she feels 20 years younger. Her story shows one truth. The mind can exhaust the body, but it can also heal it. But mental stress isn't the only danger seniors face. The next habit may be the most physically damaging of all. Stop smoking or vaping. Your body wants to heal, even in your 70s. Many seniors think, I've smoked for decades. What's the point of quitting now? The point is everything. Research shows the body begins healing almost immediately after quitting. Within weeks, circulation improves. Breath becomes easier. The risk of lung problems drops. Heart strain decreases. Even taste and smell sharpen. And these improvements matter more than ever after 70, when the lungs and heart need all the support they can get. Some older adults turn to vaping believing it's safer, but medical studies show the chemicals can irritate the lungs and strain the heart just as much. There's a man I'll never forget, 76 years old, a retired carpenter. He quit smoking after feeling winded walking up his driveway. At first, he doubted anything would change. But months later, he said he felt like someone gave him new lungs. His stamina improved, his sleep deepened, and he said life felt richer because he could breathe fully again. If he could turn things around in his mid-70s, anyone can. But smoking isn't the only substance seniors should be cautious about. The next habit affects the brain, balance, digestion, and even memory. Why? Stop drinking excessively. The hidden risk that sneaks up after 70. Alcohol affects seniors more strongly than younger adults. The body processes it slower. Balance becomes more sensitive. Medications can interact with it. And dehydration sets in faster. A lot of seniors think it's just 1 or 2 drinks, but even moderate drinking can blur thinking, increase fall risk, strain the liver, and affect sleep, something older adults already struggle with. What most people don't know is that alcohol also disrupts the part of the brain responsible for memory formation. This means even small amounts can make seniors more forgetful, more tired, and more mentally foggy. Switching to herbal tea, flavored water, or juice can help keep the mind and body sharp. And saving drinks for special occasions helps maintain balance, clarity, and energy. But drinking isn't the only underestimated habit. There's something even more dangerous, something that many seniors do without a second though. T. Stop skipping checkups. Early detection saves lives. If there's one habit that has the most immediate impact on longevity, it's simply staying on top of checkup. Many seniors avoid the doctor because they feel fine or don't want to worry anyone. But here's the truth. Many serious health issues are silent at first. High blood pressure, heart irregularities, vision decline, blood sugar problems. All of these start quiet. Which brings us to John, a man who believed he didn't need checkups. He was strong, active, and loved woodworking and fishing. At 82, he felt healthy, until one morning he experienced a small stroke. His blood pressure had been high for years, but he ignored it. That moment changed everything. He started getting regular checkups, stopped smoking, reduced alcohol, and began walking daily. Months later, he felt better than he had in years. Stronger, lighter, more focused. He said, "I'm healthier at 82 than I was at 77. John's transformation proves it's never too late to protect your health. And that brings us to the most powerful habit to stop. A habit that influences every part of your life. Stop negative thinking. Your mind can age you or heal you. This may be the most surprising habit on the list. Negative thinking drains your energy, affects your sleep, weakens your immune system, and even influences physical aging. When seniors constantly tell themselves, "I'm too old," "It's too late," or "I can't change," the brain responds by shutting down motivation. Muscles tighten, breathing shortens, energy drops. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring problems. It's about realizing that your mindset directs your health. Seniors who focus on gratitude have measurably lower inflammation. Those who surround themselves with uplifting people live longer, more vibrant lives. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Spend time with people who make you laugh. Let go of thoughts that weigh you down. Just like Alice, who rediscovered joy at 78. Your mind can guide your body toward a healthier, lighter, longer life. A long life begins with simple choices. These 7 habits may seem small, but removing them from your daily life can unlock energy, mental clarity, and years of potential you didn't realize you still had. Here's your simple daily plan. Eat FRESH foods. Move your body every hour. Release stress instead of airing it. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Keep up with checkups. Stay grateful, stay positive. None of these require perfection. Just small steps, one bit at a time. Remember Alice. Remember John. They didn't change their lives overnight. They changed one decision at a time. And those decisions made their final decades richer, happier, and longer. So ask yourself, which habit will you stop today? Your next chapter can be your strongest. Your next decade can be your healthiest. And your future can be brighter than you ever expected. Keep going. Keep smiling. You're never too old to make a positive change.